just briefly, I know this is a Mac, Apple stuff, but brief thoughts on Switch 2. Like, what is your, how many stars would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
I guess again, I'm a casual gamer. I'm not a pro gamer. I'm not really caring about frame rate that much and things like that and latency. It's fun, man. It's like a 9, I guess. You know, 9 out of 10.
This episode of 9 to 5 Mac Overtime is sponsored by our friends at Bitwarden. Stay tuned. We'll have more about them in just a bit.
Nothing too much to complain about. I won't lie, it is, if you play it handheld for a while, it is a big handheld, especially somebody who doesn't come from like the ROG allies of the world and like those kind of devices. So it is a little bit big. Yeah, it takes you a little while to get used to. But I love how modular it is. The games are awesome. It looks better. The screen is way better than the Switch 1 version. And it just feels like a 2025 console in your hand.
Cool.
Which I really like.
Nice.
That's my synopsis of it.
So I'm
just waiting for more like actual games to come out.
Yeah.
Because right now the only like headliner game from Nintendo is Mario Kart.
Yeah, but that is that is a massive
it's fun.
headliner.
I've been playing that game online a lot,
which
has been awesome. And then I think Donkey Kong is the next one coming out. Their big title, Bonanza.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out, man. I'll definitely want to check it out.
They're available too, so like I tell people don't go to like scalpers because they tried to scalp it in the beginning and Nintendo brought out a lot of supply.
Really?
They're pretty available at like Target and Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still have my regular Switch. I don't play it very much. I'm not a gamer, like as you know, like I used to be. I'm no longer. But I will definitely try some Mario Kart. Like,
it's fun, man.
If there's anything I'll play, it's a Nintendo game. Like, I just have a special place in my heart for Nintendo. Growing up.
Yeah. Mario Kart and Mario Party. I've always loved those games.
See, I've always hated Mario Party. Every time I have friends want me to play that, like I think I grew up in a time where I just like I missed that boat. Like it just does not. I hate that game. Like
it's like I would never play it by myself. That's like one of those games where like if you have people over, let's throw on the Mario Party. It's better than a board game in my opinion.
I hate that game.
You know,
like. I hate that game. Like, I'm genuinely like, it makes me angry just thinking about it. I can't stand that game, dude. That's the worst game of all time to me.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Every time someone's asked me, "Hey, let's play Mario Party," I'm like, "No." I hate that. Why do I want to roll virtual dice? Like,
it's like a social game, you know. You're sitting down, you guys are like, you're talking, then the mini game comes on, you do your turn, whatever. It's like a low lift game.
Dude, that game annoys me too. I don't know why. I just get irrationally angry thinking about it, dude. It's just like, I don't know. I've always hated that game. I hate it. Like,
well, now we know. I won't invite you over to play then.
I don't know what it is, man. It's just, first of all, it's completely random, number one. So
yeah, there's no skill involved.
I mean,
very little,
dude. So it's just why am I like, why, dude? I'd rather play.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about like Monopoly. I guess there's some skill in Monopoly. I love Monopoly, but like Game of Life. What else is there? Risk. There's some strategy in Risk too.
But even just rolling the dice, like there you can put some finesse on the dice and stuff.
That's true.
Like, but this is just like it's a computer, basically controlling the entire experience. It's like I have no control over this whatsoever, basically. Like the mini games, I guess to a degree. But
mini games are
fun. I don't know, man. That's my rant for the day. So I'm a Mario Party
I'm still yet
hater.
to real quick with the Nintendo. I'm still yet to try like the online like video thing where it's I don't even know, is it Game Share? I forget exactly what it's called. But they put a big emphasis on like making it feel like you're with people physically, even though you're playing with them online. Right? And what's cool is that you can use any third-party USB-C camera on the device because they added a second USB-C port. And I think it's going to be kind of cool. And then you have like the game share thing, so you can share your game with somebody else that's local and they can hold on to the game for a little while. You can also, because like they're moving, obviously they want to go digital mostly with all these games. To share a cartridge, you can digitally share a cartridge with somebody. and they can have it for like up to 3 weeks or something. It's yeah, it's weird.
That's
and
cool.
Then no, it is cool. And also, since I have this
Can you
Switch,
still play it when you share it, or do they lock you out of it?
No, they lock you out, but the owner can get it back. So it'd be like if I physically lent you the game, but whenever I want, if I'm the main owner of that game, I could just like ask for it back, and it'll virtually come back to me, and then they won't have it anymore.
So you can actually get your game back. Because I don't know if you grew up in the era I did, but there was some serious beef. There was some serious beef over people not returning games.
Like, give me my Pokemon game back, bro.
I won't even go into that because it's
you just like unlocked the memory in my mind. I forgot about that whole era. Like, this dude has my Pokemon Ruby. He won't give it back.
Yeah, I got some stories to tell about that one, but
for sure.
That's funny though. That like, it's just hilarious. Like, I get it. Like, you're letting them borrow the game, but you're not really. Like, why they just let both of y'all play for a while? I don't know.
It's like my daughter every now and then she'll grab my old Switch, and I'm still logged into my account on here, right? And she'll press to play a game, and it'll like load the cartridge on this device, and then I have to, like, if I want to play it myself again, which I usually don't, I have to like reload it on my device.
Oh,
and
wow.
But you have to be connected to the internet. That's the one annoying part. But I mean, obviously, it makes sense.
So all the games that you purchase on the Switch store or whatever they call it, you can access those on your Switch too.
Yeah, everything.
Wow.
The setup process was pretty easy too. It took like 5 minutes.
So that's a pretty big deal because I have a lot of games that I've never played on my Switch. Like, I have it's embarrassingly like there's just pages and pages of games.
Really?
And I haven't really played them. It's like those things you aspire to play, or it's like the nostalgia thing, and then it's just like, dude, I can't sit here and spend time doing this.
Can't have time. We don't have the patience anymore. No, I had like a lot of save data for my Pokemon games from my old Switch, but it transferred over easily. And then they have their own not their own standard, but now that only accepts like express micro SD cards instead of regular micro SD. So you need to buy new micro SD cards, which is fine, but at least there's way more built-in storage this time around. I think it's like 8x. I think it's like 256 compared to 32.
Nice.
So I haven't even bought an external or a second micro SD yet because I just have the internal storage right now.
Okay. Yeah. So the Switch, it sounds cool, man. It sounds like they really thought this through, and it's like the online aspect is actually a really online experience now. You can actually see the people you're playing against and have cameras and stuff like that. Sounds like it's really well thought out, and just like the Switch the way it should have been. I won't say the way it should have been, but it's like the ultimate Switch, basically. Sounds like. Because even the games, a lot of those games that were on the Switch now run at 60 frames per second on the new Switch because of the new hardware. So that in and of itself is a big deal.
And some of them they do charge you, I think, like $10 to upgrade to the Switch 2 version, but some of them are free. Like my Pokemon game was free to update. You know, so most people do for free. I think some of the big ticket items, they'll charge you $10 to switch up. No pun intended. But overall, it's a good experience.
Do they offer like additional gameplay elements, or is it just to upgrade the visuals?
So I think that's the difference. If they do charge you, there is kind of like some DLC stuff. I think there is some additional content. Like the Pokemon one, it was just like updated frame rate, updated to 4K, and that was pretty much it. And it just like ran smoother, you know?
What about Mario Kart 8? Is that any changes?
No. Obviously, you can still play it on the Switch too, but it's the same exact game.
No
the one,
upgrade.
Your favorite one, Mario Party Jamboree, of course. That one got like it's like a $10 add-on because they added a little bit more to it, and then obviously they upgraded the standards of it all.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
very cool, man. Well,
price point is the only issue, but I think people will get over it because clearly, I think it's like the best-selling Nintendo console of all time already, or something like that. At least by time standards. Because it's true, man. You can pick up an Xbox Series S for like $200 or $250 right now. But of course, it's not portable.
And it's not Nintendo.
It's not Nintendo.
Yeah. That right there is the difference. This episode of 9 to 5 Mac Overtime is sponsored by Bitwarden, the trusted solution for passwords, passkeys, and secrets management. Bitwarden empowers individuals and businesses to take control of their digital security with tools that make managing strong, unique credentials simple across all your accounts and your devices. Whether you're logging in from the desktop, your web browser, iOS or Android, even Apple Watch and Vision Pro, Bitwarden makes it seamless and easy. With features like SSO integration, end-to-end encryption, and secure autofill capabilities, Bitwarden helps protect you from phishing attacks and data breaches no matter where you are. And if you've ever abandoned logging into an account because you forgot your password, you're not alone. According to the Bitwarden World Password Days survey, over 55% of respondents said the same. And 60% of users report that managing passwords is between somewhat and extremely stressful. Bitwarden helps solve that problem by offering things like biometric unlock, secure password sharing, and the ability to create, manage, and autofill credentials, and even payment info across all your devices. It even supports password creation, passkeys, and secure sharing, all while maintaining zero-knowledge encryption. Check out the Bitwarden Password Manager by clicking the link down below in the description, or simply visit bitwarden.com for more. Special thanks to our friends at Bitwarden for sponsoring this episode of 9 to 5 Mac Overtime. So with that all being said, so good, you got your Switch. I'm glad to hear it's going well. What else do you got going on there? I heard you upgraded to the watchOS beta.
Yes, I did. I wanted to test it out.
I wanted to hear your thoughts on that because I'm not somebody who uses the Apple Watch regularly like you do. Mm-hmm. I've also upgraded, but I wanted just to hear your thoughts about any standout features or what's your overall thoughts on it.
So overall, it's kind of one of those things that the more you use it, the more you realize, like, oh, there's more than you think. Because when I first installed it, it pretty much was exactly the same. Sure, you had the liquid glassification of it was way more subtle than any of the other ones, right? Because there's not much you can do. The only thing that you really notice is when you pull down your notifications, that looks a little liquid glassy. But the even the widget cards or the widgets, they kind of just look the same. But the first thing I wanted to test out was the working out aspect of it, the workout buddy. Yeah. I will say it took about 2 or 3 workouts for it to engage. I don't really know if that's on purpose or what the case is there. It was by my 3rd run where it asked me if I wanted to download the workout buddy. And I said, yeah, sure. It doesn't do anything.
You were serious.
Literally, yeah. It's like, oh, is he just trying to test it out this one time?
Do you really want a buddy or is he not?
Yeah. It's nothing revolutionary, I'll be honest. You know, we always got, every time you would go on a run or do a workout, or you had these, every time you ran a mile, Siri would come in to your ear and let you know, all your metrics for that mile. But this one is just, there is something different about it in terms of, there's an emphasis on the buddy piece, right? It sounds way more conversational. It sounds friendlier. It sounds more motivating. But that's all it is. It's all the same data. It is cool how it pulls more data. So for instance, I was running yesterday, and in the middle of my run, it said, wow, congratulations, you just broke 125 miles this year. It didn't used to do that, right? So it was little motivators like that, and that does work. There's something that clicks in your mind. It's like, oh, what if I try to get to 200 this year, or 300 this year? It also, you don't need to be using Apple Music for it to understand that you're listening to music or anything. So for instance, if I'm listening to a podcast from YouTube, it'll let you know, it'll give you all your stats, and you're like, all right, now back to 9 to 5 Mac Overtime with Fernando and Ben. Or Jeff, I'm sorry, Jeff Benjamin. But yeah, so it pulls data from there, and also Spotify. So it's all right, now back to John Bellion and his new album. So it's just more conversational. It sounds more natural. But the data that it gives you isn't anything crazy. That's kind of my synopsis on the workout buddy.
So can you choose what voices there are?
There's 2 voices. So not too many to choose from, but there's just 2. You got 2 options. Yeah.
Yeah. That's some opportunity for expand that. Celebrity voices or something like that.
For sure.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
And then some other things with watchOS 26, it's just kind of going back to the power of the ecosystem and how even live activities in macOS is working well, like we talked on our last episode. Same thing. So for instance, if I have my watch on and I just open up the camera app on my phone, a little like bubble will show up on my Apple Watch asking me if I want to launch the viewfinder. Right? So like little things like that, or if you have a live activity on, it's not a whole widget, it's like a little bubble in the center middle that'll just pop up and you can tap on it to expand it. And then it's very contextually relevant to what you're doing on your phone, basically. So I think little things like that, where it's just everything's interconnected and talking to each other. Right now, battery life is taking a big hit. I got the Ultra 2. Of course, we're just in beta right now. It still lasts me the day, which is fine because I charge it pretty much every day. But you will not get 2 days out of this thing if you're running the beta right now.
Yeah, that's
yeah
pretty much kind of across the board
mm-hmm.
there. So any other standout features that you've noticed, or is that pretty much it?
I mean, it got the Notes application, which
I did want to ask you about that. What is that like? Because I haven't tried that yet.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's the Notes application on your wrist, and the way that the input methods are very similar to if you've ever sent an iMessage through your watch. You can like draw out the words, you can type it, or swipe to type, and then you can also voice memo it in there and transcribe what you're saying. I don't really have a use for it personally. I can see why people would, but in most situations where I have an idea like that, I guess I would probably just pull my phone out and voice memo it or write it down on my phone. I guess maybe sometimes when I'm running, it would make sense because ideas come to me when I run. But at the same time, I just haven't done that quite yet. So, but people seem to have been wanting it. Supposedly, I see people online like, yeah,
like that's to me, it's one of the biggest upgrades for the watchOS. Like I love having access to all my notes. It's always been something that's been like, man, I wish. Because if you ever go out, sometimes I do walks with just my watch.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm just with my watch. Maybe I'm out in the backyard or whatever the case may be. And there's like something I need to reference in my notes. And it's just like, oh, well, I can't really do that. Well, now it's nice. And it's nice to not have to use a third-party app to take a note as well.
Yeah.
It's just,
and it syncs easily. Like it syncs just like all your other devices. Like you said, all of your notes are on your wrist now.
To
like
me,
from a
that's
reference
the biggest
standpoint, that's
upgrade
good.
For me personally. Like that is awesome. I love that.
Yeah, I guess it's more so for that than just like to create notes. It's more so to like reference notes. I can see that being pretty useful.
Yeah. I'll use it for both, but it's referencing them is definitely a big one for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else they kind of brought out with watchOS. Let me see. Oh, the flick gesture. I kind of like the new flick gesture, right? It's really
describe that for us.
So if you've ever, I don't know if I used to use the face palm gesture a lot. It's like if an alarm went off or a notification went off, you would just like slap your wrist and then everything would just turn off. It's pretty much that still exists if you want it, but it's that same idea. So it's like flicking away an alarm or flicking away a notification, or if you have like shuffle on for your wallpaper, every time you flick it, it'll change the wallpaper.
Or even just going back to the home screen, right?
Yep, it takes you back to the home screen.
Open up to your app icons. Well, I was trying it here. I had the calendar app open, and I flicked, and it goes back to the app icons, and then I flick again, and it goes to the home screen.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a back button, so it'll just continue to escalate all the way back to the home screen.
Nice.
So that's a nice little add-on. Again, I should probably know this, but I don't know if it's limited to certain iPhones, similar to how like the double tap gesture is limited, not iPhones, to Apple Watches. So let me know in the comments down below if you have an older, because I believe it works for the Series 6 and newer for watchOS to get installed. But let me know if that flick gesture is there, which it should be, because it's just a gyroscope thing.
Yeah, that's handy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Notes is definitely the killer feature for me, for sure.
Again, my last little tidbit for the whole working out aspect of it, the Workout Buddy, like I said, it's not revolutionary, but there's something about it that feels nice. And it's more motivating than just like a robot voice like Siri telling you, this is your split time, this is da-da-da-da, you know?
It feels like somebody's there with you. Like it's just like anything else. Like if you have a friend that you work out with, because like when I was first started going to the gym, like that's what it required for me to be motivated. Like a buddy of mine would just be like, hey, let's go to the gym. I would get up at like 5 a.m., drive to the gym. There's no way I would have done that by myself.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no way. Like, because you don't have any accountability. Like, there's nobody like you would disappoint if you didn't show up. But when you have somebody waiting on you and be like, hey, are we going to do this or what? Then it gives you a little bit more motivation. Well, this obviously isn't the same as having a human friend or next to you running with you.
Not yet.
But it's definitely much more engaging than like just a typical Siri voice, I would think.
Agreed. And I think that's all it really was. It's engaging, and then there's just enough data that it's pulling outside of your workout where it's like, oh, it's like humanizes it a little bit, for lack of a better term.
Right.
Yeah. So it's fun.
Very
it's
cool.
watchOS 26. Pretty simple, pretty minimal, but I would say this one, out of all the betas that I've tried, this one's been the most stable.
I would agree with that.
You know, not much going on, but it's been good. And then, I mean, the workout app did get a bunch of new layouts. Again, functionally pretty much the same. Everything just looks a little edge to edge, and everything's bigger and more free, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So with that being said, have you tried tvOS 26 yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not installed tvOS 26 on my Apple TV yet. There's way too much on the line there. My daughter watches Disney Plus, and if that thing doesn't work...
That's funny.
Yeah. What else have I installed?
Have, but
you have?
I have, but I haven't played with it enough to really comment on it. I've seen like the little liquid glass updates and with the app icons, with some of the posters for the Apple TV content look nice. Obviously, you have that new login screen where it presents all the users, and you can log in from those.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's like
I know nothing about tvOS 26 right now.
Yeah. Trying to think of what else. I think there's new wallpapers. There's the sing-along sessions in Apple Music.
Oh, yeah, the karaoke thing?
Yeah, so you can turn your iPhone into a microphone.
That's
for
cool.
Karaoke, which is kind of cool. You get the real-time lyrics. There's a more personal FaceTime experience, contact posters and all that, live captions, new aerial screensavers, and you can designate any AirPlay-enabled speaker as a permanent speaker, which is nice because previously that was just the HomePod, right?
Yeah. And I think you had to like manually change it every time, or like turn it on every time if you wanted to do that, right?
No, HomePod you could make it permanent.
No, non-Apple AirPlay devices.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For the HomePod was the only thing that you could do that permanently with. But yeah, if you had any sort of other speaker, it'd be pretty annoying.
I guess the Sonos do it. No, I guess you're using like the eARC HDMI thing to make it the persistent speaker, right? Is that how that works?
For Sonos?
Yeah, for like the Sonos
I don't
bar.
know. I've never used it.
Yeah, because I have an HDMI cable that runs from the Sonos ARC to my TV through an eARC port, and then an HDMI cable that goes from the TV to the Apple TV. Because my Sonos ARC is the speaker. That's my default speaker.
Yeah.
And it's controllable via Apple TV.
But does that have AirPlay built in?
It does have AirPlay built in, but I think you have to... So it stays as the default speaker, but there's also an option to activate it via AirPlay. So I think the HDMI eARC is what makes it the default speaker.
Nice. Yeah. And I will say that the liquid glass thing in tvOS looks pretty cool because it's kind of the same thing with the video player in iOS. You get the buttons and they're translucent and they have the refractions, stuff like that. It was kind of the same thing, obviously larger. So it's nice. I will say the design on tvOS is pretty well done.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you should make a video on it, man. There's a huge... People love Apple TV. I mean, I'm one of the people. I love the Apple TV, not just for tvOS 26, but before too. The whole ecosystem of it all.
I am. I have a lot of things I need to do. So
yeah,
yes.
I'm looking to be educated.
Yeah,
for sure.
So those are like the two stragglers that we haven't covered yet. The watchOS, and obviously there's Vision OS too, but nobody buying that, man.
I kind of want to get one just to play with it again, but I don't know. You're right. It's almost... No, it's not 2 years old yet. It's like a year and a half old, right? Came out in February last year. February of 24.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way it's 2 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm almost like just wait for the new version.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking now too. Because I mean, the persistent widgets, that stuff looks cool. That looks like something out of like a movie, the Ready Player Ones of the world.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it just, if it wasn't so heavy on your face, and it just like it wasn't so like, I hopefully the next iteration will be a lot slimmer and trimmer and
just less isolating.
Yeah,
So, but I guess it has to be for it to be that good. I don't know. I'm sure we'll get to the point where they are just glasses. Hopefully.
Yeah. But that's it, man. We will check back with you guys again. If you appreciate this episode or you appreciate the show, please leave us some comments down below in the YouTube description. Obviously, subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on Spotify or Apple Podcast, and we'll get back with you in the next one.
Love it. See you guys. Thank you.
See ya.